Hi, it's day 6. In case you're wondering why this screen is so small, it's not, that's a wall. I just have decided to sit on the sofa. I don't know why I'm so weary, I'm a bit weary. Anyway, today I've just been into town to talk to a TV company. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera, not at myself, vain git. I've been into town to talk to a TV company. So many of you know that I made a TV show called All Together Now last year and this year for Endemol Shine, which was on the BBC, and it was popular. It got like 4.5 million viewers on average. It was on Saturday nights, and I got a lot of exposure from it because I was the baddie judge that didn't vote for anybody. And the show's gone international. It's got like 14 different countries. Ours was the first one, and they showed our one to all the different countries, and now it's a award-winning international format. And I believe in Germany, well, I know in Germany, the guy who is the most difficult to please is known as the German Paulus. He writes to me and tells me what's going on. Anyway, so in England, the BBC haven't recommissioned All Together Now, so I'm waving and knocking on doors and saying hello to TV companies and seeing what else we can think of. And I've spent the last kind of couple of months really meeting independent TV companies and talking about format ideas for them to potentially pitch to channels. And I've been to another one of those today, and it's been, I can't really tell you too much about it because it's all a bit like might happen, might not happen. It's a bit like intellectual property-ish and might steal my idea-y. And also, there's no point getting too excited because, you know, they could, even if they love it, even if they think it's a fantastic idea and their team put together a whole treatment for it and then go and pitch it to channels, the channels might not like it, or might not be the right time, or you might get the wrong commissioner and they might just think, no, it sounds like we've got the same sort of thing already, or too much of that, or we don't like him, obviously, they might think. But you never know. I can say I tried anyway. But yeah, I'm feeling weary. I don't know if it's because I've been going around having quite a lot of meetings like that. I don't think it is. They're always very nice. We toss ideas around and they come up with suggestions and I throw in ideas, and a lot of them are really organic, and it's nice to meet these people. I met a young man called John and a young lady called Lucy today from a company called 2020 who I was put in touch with from my friend Elaine. And yeah, it was perfectly nice, and I hope we do work together. But it's funny when you go around sort of pitching ideas, and it's like going for an audition, I suppose. You just, you know, get yourself psyched up, you get all dressed up, and you go into town or wherever you're going, and you meet people and you say hi, and then that's probably it. Or maybe it's not it. You just don't know. And I know most performers, this will ring true for them. You don't ever really, I don't know, you don't really land anywhere for very long. I'm doing pantomime really soon with my best friend, Gavin. There seems to have been an admin error because I've been cast as an ugly sister, rude. And I'm going to be in the same venue. I've got to be away from home, unfortunately, but I'm going to be in the same venue for the whole of December, 2 weeks rehearsal, just 2 weeks of performances, 2 shows a day, with the same cast and my best mate, and playing the same role. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't normally look forward to things like that, but I'm looking forward to being in the same place, doing one thing, knowing that I'm going to work to the same place to do my job and be surrounded by, apart from the audience changing, the same people every day. Because that's what the majority of people in the world do for a living. You know, they don't have to. I was trying to explain to a friend of mine a few months ago, when you are a jobbing actor or performer of any kind, as I am, there's a lot of work goes on before you even get to work. Just, if you can imagine, like when starting a new job, right? You are not sure how to get there, you take extra time because there might be delays on the trains or the tubes, you haven't worked out the journey, and you don't know exactly which part of the platform to stand on in order to easily change for the next train. You haven't worked out all of those little idiosyncrasies, you know, and then you get to the venue and you don't know where the toilets are, and you have to make friends with everybody, and you have to ask where the photocopier is, and, you know, and you accidentally get locked out on the fire escape having a cigarette and make a fool of yourself, and you have to get friendly with Susan on reception so she'll do you favours and things like that. You have to do that every single day when you are a freelance performer, and lots of other freelance jobs as well. It's not just performers, I'm sure, but my own experience is in performing. So before you even get to do the work, you've done a lot of work and you've expended a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of, you just have to be kind of on the ball all the time. Where am I going? Who am I meeting? What's the backstory? You know, and that's a lot. Sometimes I think that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm next to a wall. Anyway, so yeah, Victoria Wood wise. I listened to my front of house music today, so that when the audience is coming in and there's you know, just music, recorded music playing, I wanted to have the right vibe. And I've got some Gracie Fields, and I've got some Joyce Grenfell. I've got some accordion music, and I think I've got this woman's name right, Winifred Atwell, I think is her surname. Maybe it might be Hatwell. But some of these I've got from really old interviews of Vic with her talking about music that she likes. Some I've got from her 2 appearances on Desert Island Discs. And some I've got, like, if you watch her from an audience with Victoria Wood from 1988. The music is sort of big accordion. It's I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside, but on an old-fashioned accordion, not accordion, organ. And so that's the sort of vibe I've tried to create, is that sort of, I don't know, music hall, the last of the music hall type vibes. I think in many ways she was the last of the music hall performers. And did you know, talking of music hall, I love this, Victoria Wood is the real name of Mari Lloyd. How much more music hall can it be than that? And of course, I've stolen my name, Paulus, from a music hall performer from the 1800s. So that is my Victoria Wood news. Oh no, that's not the best bit of Victoria Wood news. The best bit of Victoria Wood news is that I think one of my previews in London before the Edinburgh Festival is going to be on in April. And number one, it's going to be at the Pheasantry in Chelsea, where I've done a lot of work in the past, but I haven't been for a long time. So it will be nice to go back there. Number two, I'm going to be sharing the bill. I'm going to do a double bill with my old comedy partner, Jamie Anderson. So I'll be doing the first half. He doesn't get a choice in that. I'm doing the first half. And then he'll be doing the second half. And that will be lovely because I love him, and it will be really fun to see him and work with him again. But most importantly of all, the date that the Pheasantry can have us in April and that my pianist is available for is April the 20th. And April the 20th next year will be the 4th anniversary of Victoria's death. And it's a complete and utter coincidence that my pianist was available and this venue was available on just one date in the whole of April. And it's that one. So it seemed like fate to me. Anyway, enough rambling. I have got to Skype with my dear colleague, Little Lady Luscious, who hosts, no, she doesn't host Burlesque, Luscious Cabaret. I host Luscious Cabaret for her. She produces it. And we're talking about doing a podcast together. Haven't quite jumped yet, but we've been talking about it for quite a long time. So I think we've got to jump quite soon. Jump or kill it as an idea. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Keep warm. There's a lot of different clothes to wear when I go outside now. It's quite wearying. And professional button.